Want to learn something cool about the calendar? If you Google how long is a solar year, you'll find it's 365 days. If you Google how long a lunar year is, you're going to find it's 354 days. So a lunar year is roughly 10 days sooner than a solar year. And did you know that an ancient book called Jubilees, which was removed from the Bible, said that the sun is the best timekeeper because the moon comes in 10 days too soon? And if you're thinking that'd technically be 11 days, you'd be right, except a year is actually 364 days of 12 30-day months with 4 intercalary days between the seasons, the summer and winter solstice, the spring and fall equinox. And I'll tell you more about that, but first, America. Because we use the Gregorian calendar, which was introduced in the 15th century and wasn't updated till the 18th century because it had problems. It didn't align with those things I just said, the winter solstice, the spring equinox. In fact, it gave them issues calculating Easter. That's why a leap year was introduced to solve these problems, but what many don't know is that the Gregorian was really based off the Julian, and this calendar actually had March as the first of the year. And this is why, even in our month names still, you have September, which means 7, Oct, which means 8, Nov means 9, Dec means 10, like decade, but this is month 12, 11, 10, and 9. Do the math, it puts March as month 1. So beside the fact the Gregorian calendar yet still hasn't been updated since the 18th century, even still, the new year, many of our holidays, are artificial. And if you look at the names of the modern Jewish calendar based off the moon, Nisan, Iyar, Aviv, these are based off Babylonian deities. They got this from Babylonian captivity. So in the grand scheme of looking at the calendars that we keep and just discovering how they've changed and where they've come from, I happen to believe it's more reasonable to take the ancient account in the Bible, including some of the apocryphal books like Enoch and Jubilees. And when you look historically at who was the first to change many of these things and say make January the new year, it was the Romans who named January after their goddess Janus. And this, really the evidence is this happened as early as 153 BC, and that's what developed into the Julian calendar by which the Gregorian came. So the paradox of calendars here is that according to the ancient texts in the Bible, a solar calendar was best based off the sun, and then the Israelites were oppressed into a lunar calendar. Then secular nations took on a solar calendar and claimed it as their own. It's so interesting. Thanks for watching.